Hello guys, it's Caliber here, and today we're having a discussion about the base jumper. So recently I got in a bit of a Twitter argument with a user, and basically what he had said was that if the base jumper wasn't banned in competitive TF2 like proper like Highlander or 6v6, then every soldier would use it because, and basically the way that he looks at this in the argument is that essentially you're able to get yourself up in the air and avoid loads of splash damage and kill the enemy team. I argued that it wasn't much of a team weapon, and considering competitive is all about teamwork, I said it wouldn't be all that useful because no one wants a lone wolf in their team on competitive TF2. So it had me thinking, well, the base jumper, I understand that it's banned and it's a bit of a silly weapon. It's like you don't want the rocket jumper in the game now, do you, for competitive? So I kind of started messing about with it and more or less looking at his advice with using it excuse me, on his previous tweets. And he was recommending use the black box with it. You get loads of health and you avoid absolutely loads of damage that you could potentially be taking. I went into a game, and the gameplay you're watching right now isn't random. It is just me trying to use the base jumper because it really isn't a weapon I'm very skilled with because I don't use it. And I found it absolutely unusable with the black box because you take one rocket to get yourself up in the air and take a bit of damage, and then you have two rockets to hit players. Now the only thing that you could potentially kill is anyone who's got low health or a scout, or maybe even a sniper or a spy. You know, that's a third of the enemy team, and they're not even all that common unless you're like proper pub stomping in some really bad servers. So I was like, well, that's almost completely useless, but I can see some of the appeal with the weapon, so let's move on. Now the airstrike obviously just avoided it. I knew how good the airstrike was with it, and how like my highest kill streak I think to date was with the airstrike in a legit game. And but then I came across the Liberty launcher. Now the Liberty launcher, for those of you that don't know, is technically better than the stock rocket launcher, but it means that you have to use 5 rockets instead of 1, but with quicker projectile speed. It literally, you can deal more damage with it, but with like half a second more time. So I started using it and I realised actually this is insanely good. And the reason for this is the Liberty launcher has 5 rockets in it instead of 4. So you rocket jump and you've got 4 left to kill people. That's great, that's still a full clip on a normal rocket launcher. And you take less damage from rocket jumping. So for the few classes that are able to hit you whilst you're in the air, say your heavies and your very skilled soldiers and your snipers, you know, you've got more health. I think it's like a 25 or a 35 reduction on how much damage you take from it. You know, it's about half of what the gunboats can do for you. And as well, you got faster projectile speed, which, you know, considering you're high up in the air, you want to be hitting them as soon as possible, you know, so that they don't get to grips with where you are and your position and where you're eventually going to arc and hit the ground. So I had loads of fun with this. I was thinking, well, maybe if this did come into competitive, way too many people might use it. I don't think they'd use the Liberty launcher, which would be a missed opportunity because it is actually a fantastic weapon. But maybe it is kind of like the weapon that we could never have in competitive mode because of how just powerful it is. And it's not even that it's powerful, it's very simple, you know. Get yourself in the air, deploy a parachute, and come to the ground a lot slower. That's it. There's nothing fancy about it. It's such a simple dynamic in the game we call TF2 compared to some of the other weapons that we have that are just damn right confusing to use in game. Well, not confusing, but just unnecessarily awkward. For example, the Eureka effect and weapons like that. And this basic ass weapon is just, you know, so simple, and it just works so very well. So I want to hear what you guys think about the base jumper. Especially I would love it if you guys tried out the Liberty launcher with it. It don't even matter what melee you have, you can even have the Market Gardener and be that one guy on every server. And try the black box, because I really couldn't get to grips with it with the black box. I've been Caliber, this has just been a little discussion. Hope you enjoyed this discussion, and please feel free to get involved in the comment section below. Adios.